Good morning, everyone. Today I'll be presenting an analysis of It 2017, directed by Andy Muschietti. Adapted from Stephen King's classic novel, it is far more than just a horror movie about a killer clown. It's a story about fear, friendship, and the power of unity. I'll discuss how the film's storytelling, visuals, and performances come together to create one of the most memorable horror experiences of the past decade. Here is the preview of this presentation. I'll be talking about story and structure, script and theme, production design, cinematography, editing and sound design, acting, and finally cultural implications and significance. Story and structure. The story is set in Derry, Maine, where children begin disappearing one by one. A group of 7 outcast kids, calling themselves the Losers Club, band together to face an ancient evil that takes the form of Pennywise the Clown. Beneath the horror lies a coming-of-age narrative about overcoming trauma, standing together, and confronting fear in all its form. When it comes to structure, the film follows a traditional 3-act structure. Act 1, we meet the kids, the town, and the threat of Pennywise. Act 2, the Losers Club unites and confront both bullies and their individual fears. And finally, the final act. The final confrontation occurs in the sewers, symbolizing a descent into their deepest fears. The structure balances emotional growth and escalating horror, illustrating how courage develops through friendship. Next, script and theme. Written by Chase Palmer, Cary Fukunaga, and Gary Doberman, the script modernizes the original story with sharp dialogue and humor. The kids' conversations feel authentic and natural, filled with teasing, warmth, and the moments of vulnerability. Lines like, "It's easier to be brave when you're not alone," summarizes the entire film's emotional message. The central theme of it is fear, how it manifests, controls, and destroys us. Sub-themes include friendship, loss of innocence, and trauma. Pennywise represents the embodiment of fear itself, taking the form of whatever terrifies each character most. The movie reminds us that facing fear together weakens its power. Next is production design. The majority of the film was set in Ontario, Maine. Here you can see that they built the entire sewage system for the final scene. Production designer Claude Perret recreated 1980s small-town America with stunning realism. From vintage bikes to old movie posters and decaying houses, every detail enhances nostalgia and tension. The famous Neighbolt house, with its collapsing walls and airy interior, serves as a visual metaphor for the kids' psychological fears such as rotten, chaotic, and dangerous. Cinematography. Cinematographer Chung Hoon Chung uses visual techniques to shape the film's emotional tone. Wide angles capture the vulnerability of the kids against their surroundings, while low-key lighting and deep focus intensify dread. The muted color palette with splashes of red links danger directly to Pennywise. Camera movement mirror emotions, which is unstable during fear and steady when the group is united. Editing and sound design. Editor Jason Ballantyne crafts a rhythm that alternates between the suspense and relief. Jump cuts heighten shock, while montage sequences like the kids cleaning the blood-soaked bathroom balance horror with camaraderie. The pacing never lingers too long on one emotion, allowing fear and empathy to coexist together. Sound design. Sound plays a vital role in shaping the audience's emotional response. The sound design team, led by Paul Massey and Tim LeBlanc, builds tension through moments of silence, subtle whispers, and sudden bursts of noise. Benjamin Wallfish's score mixes childlike melodies with dissonant string, reminding us of the conflict between innocence and evil. The result is an immersive soundscape that manipulates when we breathe, flinch, or feel safe. Acting. The performances elevate the film beyond typical horror. First, we have the Loser Club, consists of Jayden Martell, who played Bill Dumbro, the leader driven by guilt and courage. Next is Sophia Lillis, who played Beverly Marsh, who was both strong and vulnerable. Next, Finn Wolfhard, who played Richie, who was the comic relief and emotional clue. Jeremy Ray Taylor, who played Ben, who was innocent and intellectual. Next, we have Jack Dylan Grazer, who played Eddie, who was neurotic yet brave and fun. Next, we have Chosen Jacobs, who played Mike Hanlon, who was resilient and grounded. And finally, we have Wyatt Olaf, who played Stanley Uris. The character was logical, but fearful. Next, we have Antagonist, played by our one and only Bill Skarsgård, who played Pennywise the Dancing Clown, embodying the unpredictable terror. Next, we have Nicholas Hamilton, who played Henry Bowers, the real-world symbol of human cruelty. Each actor contributes to the film's emotional core. Skarsgård's Pennywise, with his physical distortions and shift tones, create psychological fear. Meanwhile, the young cast portrays genuine friendship and growth, grounding the supernatural horror in human experience. Cultural implications and significance. So the movie It reflects the nostalgia revival of 1980s culture seen in media like Stranger Things, but it uses nostalgia to explore deeper themes such as childhood trauma, societal neglect, and the silence of adults. The movie critiques how communities ignore suffering until it becomes monstrous, and culturally, the film reignited interest in character-driven horror, proving that the genre can be both terrifying and emotionally resonant. So in conclusion, It movie stands out as a rare blend of horror, heart, and artistry. Through powerful performances, atmospheric visuals, and emotional storytelling, it captures the universal truth that fear can only be overcome through courage and connection. It's not just about defeating a clown, it's about defeating fear itself. Thank you.